wanna see the light. See the light.
Hi guys, and welcome back to Archie Hamilton Racing and to another video where behind me we have my transformed Audi RS6. You may have seen recently, you may not have seen, but this has, like I say, gone through a massive transformation. And in today's video I've been getting so many questions. How have you made it possible? How much has it cost you? And all the little bits and detail. I'm going to share all of that with you today in terms of how much modifications have cost me. I do apologise about my last video because it was actually very unlucky. I edit my own videos and it was quite unfortunate that I had something up my nose, and you guys recognised that very quickly. Let's get cracking with today's video because I cannot wait to share with you all of the mods I've done to this, and like I say, the cost. We're going to go through it. Doesn't it just look absolutely insane when you look at it from this angle? Under the lights, it's actually coming across exactly what I'm seeing in my own eyes as well. This gloss khaki green. The reception this got was absolutely unreal, so I really do appreciate that, because I think a lot of you guys were thinking he is going to go and wrap this purple chrome. Well, purple was an option, midnight purple from the guys who do these wraps, and yeah, in the end we just decided that the gloss green was the best wrap in the end, and it works. It actually works. It's for the first time I've actually not gone and ruined a car, which is all positive stuff. But let's be honest, this is the dream daily driver, isn't it? I just stare at it, and I think that's when you know you really do like a car, is when you just sit there and stare at it. Because I'm going to overlay pictures when I first picked up how this car looked. So many people were saying you're going to ruin it, you shouldn't have done wheels, you're going to ruin it. But the Vossens work with the khaki green and everything just works really, really well. And it's when you do things like this. I believe it did that then. The lights are insane on this car. I've actually driven it at night, and the LEDs, just ridiculous. Another ball game. Everything about this car just points towards I've never owned anything as good as this. So if you don't know, this is an Audi RS6 Avant Carbon Edition. So this means that you get a lot of extra carbon fibre on it, which is really cool. You get other additional features as well, which is in the interior, which I'll show you in just a second. But the Carbon Edition, you get carbon all the way down on this front splitter here. I've added the Maxton front splitter as well to give the car sort of more look on the front. I think it really did need that, but you do get a very nice carbon part there. You also get carbon down the side just here as well, and then you also get, which I really like this feature actually, because I think it does need it on this car, and that is carbon all the way down the back here, so that follows all the way over the exhaust as well. Like I say, I've added bits to it, so let me talk about what I've added. So obviously you can see straight away the number plate holder was there, and I've put a smaller front plate on it. I've got the Maxton design front splitter, which I think really does make the car sort of so much better in terms of from the front. We have the Vossen HF wheels. These are finished in satin black. I had the option, as you would have maybe seen my video, to put them in any sort of finish I wanted from the guys at Vossen, but I decided that I wanted to go satin black. I just think it works really, really well. Satin black with gloss finish, you can't really go wrong. The contrast here, satin black with the gloss, is absolutely perfect. And I love the way these Vossen wheels are at the back. They've got sort of like a concave, as you can see from here, and that works really, really nicely with it. They're not bigger wheels, by the way. They're 21 inch, and 21 inch stock wheels come with this car, so that's quite cool. So just change the tyres and off you go with that one. We have side skirts as well, again from Maxton Design. The guys at Urban fitted all this stuff. And then another feature which I've done as well, I've added these sort of rear canards. Again, they're from Maxton Design, and they just make a massive difference. They give the car more look, because when you look at it here, the car really does need that sort of wide stance, and that works really well as well. And then what I've also got up here is another sort of, I would say, boot lid should I say boot lid? Does that make sense, ladies and gentlemen? And that's from Maxton Design also. So it's fully kitted out. You don't really need much more with these cars. And if we jump in, because we do like jumping in cars, if we have a little look, we can see, and this is with the car. Oh look, I've done 1,000 miles. Very cool. Didn't even realise. Anyway, so here we go. We've got the Alcantara wheel that comes stock with the carbon car. So I really like Alcantara wheel. That's one thing you don't get with the launch edition, which is a little bit annoying. I do think it really gives it that sporty feature. And like I mentioned, sound and comfort pack, Bang & Olufsen. The pan roof. Give me a minute. Here we go. Just so cool. There you go, you can see the pan roof, and it can still go further back as well, I believe. So lots of amazing features that this car has. And also, yeah, carbon. I forgot to say, carbon all here. So with the carbon car, obviously, look at the LEDs in here, they're very cool. You get the carbon here, all down there. You get the carbon all up the front. So I love at night how this lights up as well. So mad, isn't it? Okay. It's just good. And then you get carbon up here as well. And then, oh yeah, you get sort of a nice little Alcantara. This is, I will never get bored of this. It's so cool when you open up the door and you just see Audi Sport. There we go. It's perfect. Oh my good God, that's perfect. I thought we should hear it, shouldn't we? Because that's the one thing I've not been sharing at all, is that we should actually hear it. It's a beast. That's stock with the sports exhaust. I don't know if you need to go. I don't know if you need to go louder than that. Like if you put like a proper system on it. I mean, I might do it. Okay, let's talk about the cost of my modifications on this car. So many people said you cannot touch that RS6. When I picked it up, it looked flipping amazing. I'll overlay pictures now because it did look absolutely insane with those wheels, everything. I love an RS6 stock, but like me, people know me on my channel, I like to make things my own. No performance upgrade in terms of everything which you see on this car as well, may I reiterate, is reversible. And that's another thing which had to be considered. I'm not doing anything which can't be reversed. It's just not what I want to do. And eventually this car will go back to stock. So yeah, I've kept hold of the diamond cut wheels which came off this. And yeah, the car can fully go back to stock in, well, in an hour probably, not even that. So that's all very positive stuff. So let's talk a little bit about the cost. Actually, I cannot tell you how much attention this car gets in London. Before, with a black car, no one looked at all. Now, it's pretty chaotic everywhere you go. Everyone's sort of like, what the? Yeah, it's so many people talk to me at petrol stations about it as well. It's very cool. But let's talk about it. So the Vossen wheels which you have, these are from the HF range, and dependent on, you know, what you sort of go for, but the rough estimate of Vossen wheels like this is about £5,000, let's say, for a set of wheels which go on the car, all in, all fitted, etc. That's sort of a rough estimate on that, but you've got to imagine you are completely transforming a car with that. For me, it just completely transformed it. The wheels for me were the biggest sort of thing for me, and Vossen, absolute legends. But yeah, they make the best wheels as well, don't they? Let's be honest, and they look good. Because a lot of aftermarket wheels, you can put them on and it will just completely ruin it. Do you remember my Lamborghini Huracan? I put aftermarket wheels in it. No disrespect to the people where I got the wheels from, but the car didn't look good, and I just reversed it back straight away. Let's talk about the Maxton stuff, because a lot of people actually have been writing to me about this, being like, should I do it? Should I not do it? I think they do really good stuff, and the guys at Urban did an amazing job of fitting it. I probably would have messed it up, but the front splitter, that's, you're probably thinking that's going to be loads. It's still money, but it's about £180 plus your shipping, everything else. And like I say, can all come off. Side skirts as well, about 170, 180 pounds, which is, yeah, I mean, for what it gives you in terms of presence, in my eyes, it's worth 180 pounds, which is very, very cool. You have the rear sort of fins on the back, you know, just below the, you know what I mean, but below the exhaust. Those are about 140 pounds, and then on the roof, you know, the let's say the boot lid, that's about 160 pounds. Obviously, you need someone's time, their labour, like proper people like Urban Automotive that know how to fit this stuff. I do think you should do that because it does, you know, it will make your life a lot easier. But all of the added parts around the car, when people go, wow, it's not as much as people think. Let's talk about the car. So that's all the mods side. You have 4 different cars really. You have a base model basically, so that's no options at all really. And those cars, I've seen some up for under £90,000, but the spec isn't that great. And then you have a launch car, which effectively a launch car has pretty much everything you need. It still has a sports exhaust, it still has everything that you kind of need to, you know, on an RS6, but the carbon car for me just added all the carbon fibre obviously around the back and things like that, and I knew I had plans of it. And those cars are still over £100,000. So many orders are flying in with Audi for RS6s, it's amazing. So yeah, I don't think even dealers, they're not getting loads and loads and loads of them, so it's pretty unique. And then above that you have the Vorsprung edition as well. So on the Vorsprung edition, you have your head-up display, you have different things on the car, which is just even extra, like suspension and you name it. It's kind of got it. So that's the top of the top of the top, and those cars still are well over £110,000. So the good thing, and I think this really is a good thing in terms of any car which I've owned, in terms of a daily holding value, this has been, or this is, mega, because it just holds its value really, really well. You don't sort of see them crashing and falling like some other cars. I'm not going to mention cars because I'm not going to be controversial on this channel. I think even the old RS6, that's held for so long. Even like a decent performance car now is still like 60 grand. So the fact that that's like, you know, as old as it is and still holds its money tells you kind of everything you need to know with that. With a car like this, which already does look good, if you went to ABT apt, let's say, and you want, I know the conversion cost. If you wanted to convert that car from a normal RS6 and it drives out an apt RS6R, I think it's called an RS6R, it's £75,000. Okay, and there's no reversing it. Can I just say that fact as well? So if you suddenly think 2 months down the line, I don't like it anymore, well, sorry mate, but you've got an apt RS6 and you're kind of, you know, you got to buy the car for £100,000 and then you've got to spend another £75,000, and all in with the labour, that car will cost you £200,000. Okay, I mean, yeah, I can't, yeah. Whereas this, you can go in, you can do your, you know, mods, and it's under £10,000 to do the whole lot and to transform it. So I think I've done, well, myself, Urban and Vossen and everyone else and Maxton have done a good job with this, because when you look at that, this has unbelievable road presence for all in under £10,000. I think, for me, as it's personalised, it just looks absolutely epic. Let's move on to the wrap, because wrap material, a lot of questions have been saying, this wrap is done by Anosatech. Anosatech are a new sort of company. I don't know if they're actually new, but the material, I've come across it, you know, very sort of recently, and it's kind of like a new design in terms of the colour. So the colour being like a paint finish. They do midnight purple, they do a sand colour, they do army green, this is gloss khaki green, and they're gloss colours which look absolutely incredible. They do a mint blue, they do so many, and it's kind of like a bit of a game changer. I really like it, and this is not an ad because I still had to pay for it. How much would a wrap like this cost you? You're going to be thinking. All in, with someone like the guys down at Dub, it's about £4 grand. So 4 grand to do your wrap as well. Okay, so that's all kind of the cost which it's been on this car for me. But I don't want to change it. I don't want to sell it anytime soon. So if people think it's going to be sold in the next 3 months, it's not. And I'm super happy with it. It's an amazing daily. It's amazing to drive. You can put everyone in the back. You've got loads of room for everything else, and it's just great. It's so smooth. It's brilliant. It's, like I say, it's brilliant to drive. It's probably brilliant around a track. There's so many amazing features to an Audi RS6. The list would be absolutely endless, and I feel very privileged to get the chance to document this on my channel, and you guys can join the journey as well, because it really is just a dream. And I've just parked it up. Please don't go in on me. I've just actually parked it on I know I'm over a couple of parking bays here, but just for 1 minute as I finish this video. Parking in London is a nightmare, and I thought it just looked very good in this light. So yeah, like I say, all parked up, and I hope you guys enjoyed that. Like I say, we're not parking here, we are moving now, but I just wanted to quickly get a quick shot of it so you guys could see it before, because I'm actually going on a longer journey now. But I mean, come on, it just does look really cool. I'm super happy with it. Could not be happier, to be honest. It's just been a game changer, and every single angle that I look at it, I love it. If I came up to that and I was like, who the hell is driving that? Because let me know what you want to see next of it in terms of road trips, you name it. Let me know what you want to see next, because I mean, we've kind of pimped it out enough at the moment, but something might happen in the future, and the colours aren't going to change in time. Make exhaust, you name it, we're going to go for it. But I hope you guys would like to give this video a thumbs up. It always helps, and like I say, leave your comments down below. I hope you enjoyed a little insight to my Audi RS6 Avant. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. I'll see you all very soon.